Okay, students, in previous lecture, we had discussed about the string. String is basically a class, and this string class contain the various objects. We had already discussed about the constructors which can be used in the string. We had discussed about the two methods of the string. One method is first method is we had discussed about the length method we had discussed. Second, we had discussed about the char add. Okay, in today's session, I'm going to discuss with you regarding the third method, that is concat. In last lecture, we had discussed about the string method also. In today's session, I'm going to discuss with you regarding first various searching strings, how we can search the various strings. There are the two methods basically which are used to search a particular string. One method is index in the small letters, and of, F is capital. This method is used to search any particular string with the parameters int, ch. Now, second method is last index. Second method is last with I capital, index O capital. And this also contain the one parameter like int ch. Now I am going to execute the program regarding how we can search a particular string from a big string by using the method index of and by using the method last index of. Now let's move to the editor and make the program regarding this. Now here, let's take one variable. Like if I take any string, let's take one string. If I take the string S1 equal to welcome with capital letter, welcome with W capital. Another string S2 with welcome in W with small letters. And I am also taking one more string S3 by taking there we have taken in previous lecture also, where there is will there comma there is a way, there is a way, and semicolon. Now I am going to apply the methods searching method on these strings. Let's start with the index of. If I write here system dot out dot print ln, as all of you know about this thing, and within this I will write S1 dot index in small letters as it is a method, and O is capital of, and within that method if I specify here any single character, if I specify any single character, let's save it and run the code. First we have to compile the code, as all of you know it. Now I am going to run the code. And all of you will see that it will display the 1. It will display the return 1 as 0 and 1. Suppose I change the term with M. Suppose I change the character E with M. Now you can see again, the output will be M, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this way, it start pointing. This is basically for using the particular character. Suppose I want to fetch some particular word. So I can write like this. There. Let's see. This basically represents the first location of that. This will represent the first location of that word. Now let's run it and you can see. Now you can see the, let me save it again. Let me save it again and run the code again. Now you can see the answer is -1. Why answer -1? Because I'm trying to search into the S1, but that is present into S3. It start providing the garbage because I'm trying to find out in the S1, but there is present in S3. So I have to change it with the S3. Let me save the code again. Now you can see 6th location. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Starting position of this. In this way, you can find any location, any word, any character, any particular, means it basically return the integer value. Index of is a method. Index of a method that always return the integer value. Integer value means it will represent, it will point to the first location of any word. Similarly, as index of also contain one more parameter. It also contain one more parameter. Let me take one. If I take the E, it will take one more parameter. If I take E, now let me change it with one again. Now, I'm going to start my searching. This is the character which we want to find, and this represent from where we want to start that index. This is basically what we want to find, and this is basically from where we want to start our finding. Let's run it first, then I will explain the concept. Now you can see the answer is 6. You can see the answer is 6. Now the searching is started from the 0, 1, 2. From this location, the searching is started. Okay. But as you know, W is 0 location. E is at, as you know, when I had stored the W into the array, at 0 location, it is the W. At 1 location, it is the E. At 2 location, it is the L. At C, at 3 location C, O, 4. Then M at 5 and E at 6. In this way, our data has stored. Okay. When I had start searching from the location, that is, when I start searching E, starting from the 2, I had start searching from this point and move, looking for the E. Where is the E? E is at the E6th location. That's why it display the answer 6. If I remove this parameter, and save the code, and you can see it starts searching from the 0th location. And where it found E? At the first. So the answer will be the 1. as you can see in the code also. If I run the code, you can see here answer is 1 because I have not specified any particular location. That represent start the searching from the starting position. But if I provide the parameter, one more parameter, that is index, that is like any value. Let's take another example. If I write here within the double quotes, if I write here, there, okay, and if I write here 8, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 means I want to start searching from this. Now let's save the code and run the code. You can see the answer is, oh again, I'm trying, yes, the file name. Vipul, any problem?
No, ma'am.
मुझे लग रहा है. You have any problem?
No, ma'am.
Now you can see here. Let me check it there, and string is 3. Save the code and let's run it again. And you can see now the answer is 22. Now answer is 22. As the compiler starts searching from 8th location and then find out the particular location of the there. In this way, we can find any particular position of any particular string. Now, similarly, we can able to use the last index also. Last index, the syntax of last index is first we write the last, then we write the word index. Now let's discuss about the second type of searching of string, that is index of. Index of syntax is the syntax we write like last represent in small letters, I capital, index, O capital, and then close. It again take 2 parameters same as that of the index of. But in the case of the last index, the searching will be from the last index. The searching will be from the last index. Like it will start searching from the E. If I write here last in small letters, as we are discussing about the method, index, and O is the capital. Now, if I write here, within the single quotes, I write here E, and then brackets close. Now, let me save the code. Okay. Now, let me save the code again. Oh, okay. I forgot to change it in string. Let me save it again. Now you can see the answer is again 6. Means you can see now whether I am using the last index or whether I am using the index. Last index means I start searching from the like this. This is my front position of searching. Then I move next like this. In index of searching is like this. In last index, searching is like this. But the positions are the same. You can see. Suppose I want to search for this E. So if I write here, comma 5. If I write here, comma 5. Save the code. Run the code. You can see the answer is 1. You can see answer is 1. Here, what is the value of 1? E, that is 1. As I had started searching from this location. The compiler starts searching from the E. E. Here it is E. What is the location of E? 1. So the answer will be 1. In this way, the compiler will work for the last index. Similarly, if I take here the any string also, any word also, like again there, if I take, and now again, as you can see, let me compile the code. Okay, so you can see the answer again. The answer is 6. Now let's move to the another concept of, or another method of strings. We had discussed about the searching of strings. Now next way of using the string is comparing of strings. That is comparing of strings. And this comparing of string contain 3 methods. First method is equals. Second methods equals, ignore, case, third method is compare. C is in small letters. Compare. T is in the capital letter. Okay. This is a compare to. Whenever we want to compare strings, we use equals, ignore, I is capital, C is the capital. Compare C small to capital. Okay. In this way, we can use any of these methods for comparing of the strings. Let's move to the ID and run all these methods. Let's start with the first equals. Now equals, how we can use? We have to write the syntax equals in the small letters. Okay. Then afterwards, here I will write like within the double quotes, I will write the welcome. I will write the welcome. Now I will compare this welcome with S1 string. S1 is a string with which I want to compare. Which thing I want to compare? I want to compare this welcome. I want to compare this welcome. Now you can see, yes, it will return the Boolean value. Now S1 contains the welcome, which starts with the capital W. And I have written the welcome which contains the small w. Let's save the code and execute this code. I'm repeating again. Here I'm going to discuss with you the equals. Equals always return the bool value. And here I taken the one S1. S1, that is the string welcome with W capital. And here I have taken the small w, welcome with the small w. Okay, now we can compare these both strings. If this equal will compare both the strings and result give the output. Now you can see the output is false as this string is different and this string is different. But if I write here W in the capital letter, if I write the W in the capital letter, and you can see, it will provide the answer that is true. Means equal will compare the string by including the case sensitivity also. This equal will compare the string as well as compare the sensitivity also. Case sensitivity means whether it is capital or lowercase, whether it is uppercase or lowercase. Suppose if I take here any another letter, if I take some another letter, word. Now, I think all of you know the answer will be the false. You can see, because now the string is different, so the answer will be the false. And it will always return the bool value, true or false. That is the case. Now, suppose I want to ignore the capital, lower or capital. Only compiler check characters. If the characters are same, then it display the answer true. If characters are not same, then display the answer false. Okay. So for that, we use the equals with ignore I capital case, with ignore case. Now, in this, if I write the welcome, let me save it again and run the code. Now you can see here I have taken the small w and here I have taken the capital W, but still the answer is true, because if I use the method equals ignore case, then it will ignore the case sensitivity and check whether the strings contain the same number of same characters or not. If they are containing the same character, then answer will be the true. If it contain the different characters, then answer will be false. You can see now here. Then the answer will be different. In this way, we can able to use the equals and ignore. Now let's move to the third part. Let's move to the third, that is compared to. Now compare to basically contain the three conditions. It contains three conditions. If S1 is greater than S2, then it returns positive value. It returns positive number. If S1 is less than S2, then it returns negative value, negative number. If S1 equal to S2, then it returns 0 value. Remember these three things while using the compare to method. And compare to method, C is small and T is the capital. Whenever you take the two strings as S1, S2 means two strings, and this is for comparing. Whenever we are comparing these two strings and the resultant is S1 is greater, then it will return the positive number. If S2 is greater, then it will return the negative number. If both are equal, then it return the zero number. Now let's move to the ID, and I will tell how it's work. If I write here, now there is a welcome, you are already we have taken already, and here I am taking going to take the another method, that is S1 dot compare C small compare to T capital, and with which I want to compare? I want to compare with S2. Now I want to compare it with the S2. Let's save the code. Let's run it. And you can see the answer is 32. Now how this answer? You can see first alphabet is W. First alphabet is W, and it is in a capital letters. And as we know, according to this standard, capital A starts from the 65 and the small letter starts from the 97. And the difference of both these letters, and the difference is 32, and the difference of both the letter is 32. So that is the comparison. It will check the value of this, it will check the value of this, and it will compare and display the answer. Or you can see in this case, this is W capital and this is the small. And now let's take another example. If I take here, if I take the capital A, if I take the small a, now again the answer will be same. Again answer will be same. Let me run the code. And you can see the answer is same. Let me take some another value. If I take here E, and if I take here A, that is a 97, and add 5, you can get the value of E. Now the answer in this case will be 4, positive number. As you can see, small a is 97, small a is 97, B 98, C 99, D 100, E and 101. And what is the gap? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And you know the rule. If S1 is greater, then positive answer. If S2 is greater, then negative value. That's why the answer is coming. Sometimes it is coming the negative, sometimes it's coming the positive. As you can see, this is the greater, 101 is greater. So the answer will be the positive. If I change here A, if I write here E, let me save the code again. You can see now the answer is -4. Now the answer is -4. Okay. In this way, the comparison method compare character by character. First characters with this by this by this. It compare like this and always return the integer value. It will return the integer value. Now let's take some another example so that you can better understand it. Now I'm going to take some another string. Like if I take here, hello, there is another, I'm taking another string like in hello again. Going to copy 1, 3, that's 3. Here it is a 4. And here I'm doing, oh, here I'm going to take the 5. Here I'm going to take the 5. Okay. And this is the flag. Now, let me copy it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, yes, S1 is compared as 2. Here I will compare it with the 3. Here I will compare it with the 4. Here I will compare it with the 5. Let's make it comment. Let's save the code. Let me change the content. Yes. Now let's save the code. Let's run the code now. Zero, -5, -1, and 2. Okay, in this way we can able to compare the two strings. Now let's suppose if we have one empty string, like this, then how we can compare these strings? Now remember this thing. Now remember, if first string is an empty string, then it will return negative value. If second string is an empty string, then it will return positive value, positive number, we can say positive number. Okay. And that will be the length of first string, and that number will be the length of first string. Length of first string. Okay, remember this thing. When we will take the first string as empty, then our output will be the negative number. If our second string is then empty, then we will get the positive number, and that positive number will be the length of first string. Suppose if I take the hello, and that is the first string, and second string is empty, then my answer will be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer will be 5. Now let's move to the editor and run the example regarding that. Let me make the comments. We will make the comment here. 1, 2, 1. Okay. I am taking the one string, and here I am taking the one. Okay. Now let's save the code. We have taken, we are going to compare the S1, that is this string, with empty string. Then afterwards, I am comparing this with this string. Okay. Now let's save the code. Now let's run it. You can see the answer is 5 and -2. Okay. In this way, we can able to compare the two strings, whether we are taking it empty or we are taking it in the first empty or second empty. This is the concept. Okay. Now let's move to the another way. How we can match the two strings. How we can match the two strings. There are another way. There are another more methods, like starts S small, starts S is small letter, WH is capital, starts with, this is a method, and it contains the string and str. It always again return the Boolean value. It will always return the Boolean value. Similarly, there is another method, ends with H is W is capital, and take the string. Now suppose, let's move to the ID. Now here I am going to take again, let's take a welcome. Okay. I want to use S2, and here we will write the starts with, that is a method name, with, and within that I will write here WE, that is WE, and it returns the true or false value. Let's run the code. And you can see the answer is true. If I write here, come also, let's save the code. And you can see the answer will be false. That means the string which starts from the W, that will be displayed, whether it is, if it is present, if WE is present in this string, then it will return true value. If WE is not present in this string, then it will return false value. Similarly, if I try to use the ends, ends with, ends means from the last position. If I write anything like C, O, anything, then as you know, there is, then show us. If I write here the ME, right here ME. Now let's check it. Then you can see there is answer true. Now in the case of ends with means from where it ends. That in this way we can able to use the end with. There is another method that is called the reason. reason matches. There is another method that is called a reason matches. And these reason methods contain the 1, 2, 3, 4 parameters. 1, 2 parameters, 3 parameters, 4 parameters. Okay. And these parameters contain the start integer value of start index. Then it contains the string. Then it contains the start string start index. And last, it contains the int length. Okay, let me make it. Okay, students, let's take an example. And suppose I will take here example. Hello. Hello. There is space. How are you? Hello, how are you? And there is bracket close. And here I am taking this another string. Oh. Now, my main motive is to search this how from this particular string. I want to search this how from this particular string. For that, I can use the region matches method. From particular big string, from the particular sentence or particular statement, if I want to fetch any group of the characters, I can easily able to search with the help of the region matches. Now, let's take an example. If I write here S1, I want to compare with S1 dot reason matches, M is capital. Now within that, first I want to start the searching from start index, from where I want to start searching of this string. Suppose I want to start searching from this point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or from where I want to match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, if I write like this. Now, if I write here 7, comma, here I will take the S2, that is a string. S2 is a string, comma. Now, how many positions? 1, 2, 3. I want 3 locations. Or you can see 0, comma, 3. 0, comma, 3. 0, 1, 2, excluding this 3. Okay, let me save the code. Let me save the code. And give one. I'm giving the space also. Let's execute the code. You can see that is how we are searching for that matches here at particular location. Suppose if I write here the small w, if I write the small w, let's save the code and compile the code again. And you can see the answer will be the false, as it will also check the case sensitivity of the string. If H is capital, then it will return the true. If H is not capital, then it will return the false answer. In this way, it will check the string comparison. But there is one more parameter if I write here the true term, if I write here the true parameter also, save it. Now let's run it. And you can see now here H is capital and here H is small. By writing the true, it will ignore the case sensitivity and will give the output. But if I remove this true, then it will check the case sensitivity of particular strings. You can see the answer is a false. Now, there are the five parameters that can be used. First for case sensitivity, that's starting index. This is a string which we want to search, and this is the starting string, starting location of that string, and then the ending. Let's